Hi, and welcome to Become a Digital Dynamo. This is your ultimate guide to virtual assistants for beginners. I'm Honey Reyes, and I'm so excited to be your guide on this journey into the awesome world of virtual assistants. So, if you've ever dreamed of becoming your own boss or working from anywhere in the world while using your skills to help others, well, guess what? That dream isn't as far off as you might think. In fact, it's closer than ever before. So, thanks to the growing demand for virtual assistants. But what exactly is a virtual assistant, you ask? And how do we become one? So, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. And by the way, this is a series of videos. So, we will have a lot of time to explore what virtual assistant working as a virtual assistant is, what skills do we need to improve or we need to learn, and where to apply, and so on. So get ready to discover how you can use and transform your skills and passion into a growing online career. So, whether you're a beginner, whether you're a tech quiz, a social media guru, a creative wordsmith, or an organizational ninja, or whatever skills do you have, there's always a place for you in the exciting world of virtual assistants. So, are you ready to unleash your inner digital dynamo? Let's dive in together and discover the endless possibilities that await. Okay, so these are the topics that we're going to discuss about this short video. First, of course we're going to talk about the introduction to this guide to becoming a virtual assistant. Again, this is the first video to a series of videos that we're going to have, training videos about how to become a virtual assistant, because you can't just be a virtual assistant instantly. You need to hone or develop different skills, or a lot of skills, depending on what kind of VA or virtual assistant you want to become. So, of course, we're going to discuss also about what really is a virtual assistant and the different types of VAs. We have to know that, so we would also know and we can also decide what kind of virtual assistant we want to be. And of course, the essential skills. Do you have the skills to be a virtual assistant? And if you don't, you can still have time to learn skills and develop that skills to be a virtual assistant. That's why we are having these series of videos, so you can develop those skills. Now, why are we discussing this one when it would take time to develop skills if you don't have any of the skills needed? Why? Because more and more companies, more and more owner of companies, more and more businesses are hiring virtual assistants. So it's the kind of job that is really in demand worldwide. Okay, so we're also going to talk about the must have tools. These are the apps and tools that we can find online that VAs should know how to use. Usually, employers when you apply for a job, the employers will ask you, do you know how to use this tool or these tools? That's why we also need to have a video for those tools, how to use them, and what are their benefits, or why are these businesses or organizations or companies why are they using these tools, and why we must learn to use these tools or apps. And finding your niche, of course. So there are a lot of types of VA, so you have to decide what kind of VA will you be. And of course, we'll also discuss on building your VA business. So it's still kind of a business, you can have your own business. Like, I have some friends who have more than 2 or 3 clients. So it's their business. So they have like 4 or 5 part-time jobs as VAs. It's also kind of like a business because you market your skills, you market your the services that you offer as a virtual assistant. And of course, the future, why VA is a super career. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Okay, so why virtual assistants? VAs or virtual assistants, they people call them VA. So of course that's short for virtual assistants. So they're like superheroes of the digital world. Why? Because they help people and businesses get things done remotely. Now, what do we mean when we say remotely? So there's this there's it's different from just working from home. Okay, so there's a difference. So some people, um they are confused with remote work or remote jobs and work from home. Now when we say work from home, basically it's just a work from home job. You just work at home. But when you say remotely, you can work anywhere where there is internet. So you can do your work at the beach, or whether you're spending vacation with your family or holidays. So wherever you are, as long as there's an internet, so that's remote job. Okay, so with virtual assistants, they help people. Who are these people? CEOs, owners of businesses, and different managers. Okay, so these people, they need help with their business or with their job, so they hire virtual assistants to help them remotely. Why? Because clients come from Australia, from America, from Europe, from USA, from anywhere in the world. So that's why we get things done remotely. So VAs use their skills and knowledge to provide support in various areas like administration, social media, customer service, and more. Okay, so that's why, as I mentioned earlier, there are skills requirements. So there are skill requirements for VAs. So you must know this or and that to become a VA or this type of VA. But then again, let's say you could imagine some of the beginners would say, I don't really have any skills at all, I don't know this and that. That's why we also have trainings for these skills, because um, it will never be easy if you don't know any skills and then you apply for a VA job. It's really kind of like, it's it's very challenging, of course. So at least you'd have a few skills with you when you apply as a VA. But there are also companies where they will train you for some specific skills that their company needs or this person needs. For example, if I'm a CEO of this company and I need a VA and I need specific skills for the job that this VA will do, so I can provide training for her, for him. Okay. So you can work in administration, so more like office work. So if you have any office um, experience, so this might be the job for you. Social media, you would be assigned to manage social media pages. For example, the Twitter account of your boss, or the Facebook page of the company, the Instagram. Twitter is not Twitter anymore, I'm sorry. So the X account of of the company or of your boss, and many more, even with the LinkedIn. Okay, so you also need to have knowledge on how to use the social media mediums. Customer service, you'd be asked to answer calls or to email clients and so on. Writers can also be VAs, so they're asked to write, of course, different contents. So, being a VA can be a fun and rewarding way to learn new skills, as I mentioned before. And of course, you earn money and you can work from anywhere. So, for future digital dynamos like you, today we're going to embark on an exciting journey into the world of virtual assistants. Think of it like being a superhero, but instead of fighting villains, we'll be using our awesome skills to help people and businesses succeed online. So we'll get to work from anywhere, learn all sorts of cool things, and even earn money. So it's a pretty sweet gig, right? So, are you ready to become a digital dynamo? Okay, so what's a virtual assistant anyway? So, as I mentioned before, a VA is a skilled professional who works remotely, so anywhere in the world as long as there's internet. So, VAs provide support services to clients from their own home or office or from anywhere again in the world, as long again as there's internet. So I kept on mentioning that. So VAs handle a wide range of tasks. So when we say a wide range of tasks, your employer, your client, or your boss will ask you to do different tasks. So that's why, as I mentioned again and again, you need to have skills, not just one skill, but skills. So, depending on their skills and the client's needs, that's why we have different categories or types of VAs. So, basically, where your skills, let's say, oh, I'm more into writing. So, uh, I'd look for a type of job in VA which is more related to writing. If you've been in an office before, so probably you're more on the administration side, so that kind of thing. If you have a background on being a call center agent, so you can look for a job in as a VA in customer service category, so that kind of thing. So virtual assistants can be like a personal assistant for the client or for the boss or for the employer. You can also be the marketing expert. This is for mostly for social media, related to social media. So a tech guru or all of the above. So it's like, imagine you have a friend who's really good at organizing things, answering emails, or designing cool graphics, because you will also be asked to do designs or create graphics. So again, that depends on what type of VA will you be. So imagine that friend helps you with those tasks, but they do it all from their own computer, no matter where they are in the world. That's basically what a virtual assistant does. So they're like your own personal helper, but instead of being physically present, they use the internet to connect with you and get things done. So that's how virtual assistants work. Okay, so we have here now the amazing world of virtual assistants. These are the different types of VAs. Now you can check also which type of VA would you want to be. So we have here general VA. So a person handling various tasks on a computer screen. So that's a general VA. Okay. And then if you like creating engaging social media posts, you can be a social media VA. Now, the administrative VA, that's a person managing calendars, the schedules of your clients uh, or your employer, and of course their emails and other tasks. Technical VA, a person coding or working on a website. So IT graduates can work as a technical VA. Creative VA, this is where I belong if I want to work as a virtual assistant. So a person who can design graphics or write content, they can work as a creative VA. So you can check on which type of VA would you want to be. Again, if you don't have these specific tasks, it's okay, because part of this training will be, we will train you with the basic tasks that um, employers would seek from you, whether you are going to be a general VA, a social media VA, an administrative VA, technical VA, or a creative VA. Okay, so there are many different types of VAs. Just like there are different kinds of superheroes with unique powers, there are different kinds of VAs with several skills. So some VAs are like Swiss Army knives. They can do a little bit of everything. Others are specialists focusing on specific areas like social media, administration, technology, or creative work. So you can choose to become a general VA or specialize in a specific niche that interests you. So the possibilities actually in being a VA are endless. By the way, before we go on, if you're wondering about the black round there, it's the recording. Okay, I just turned off the video. So anyway, that's why it's dark or black. So we have here, as you can see on this slide, um, this is the skills. Okay, the skills of what are the essential skills that you need as a VA. Okay, so these are very important skills that we need to have. Okay, so yeah, the essential virtual skills. Sorry. So, first, communication. Clear and effective communication is crucial or significant for understanding client needs and delivering results. So, it's very important that you have a very good basic English skills. You don't need to be fluent, ultimately, or extremely fluent in English, but you have the basic skills to communicate with your clients in writing and also in speaking. Okay, organization. Yeah, the VAs need to be organized to manage multiple tasks and deadlines efficiently. Because sometimes they will ask you to do a lot. They will give you all the tasks that you need to finish for the day or for the week. So you need to know how to prioritize which tasks are urgent, which tasks are should be or which tasks should be less prioritized. So you need to have good organizational skills. You can so that you'd be able to manage multiple tasks. So of course, time management. You need to be able to prioritize tasks and meet deadlines. Some VA job will require you to work at a particular time. For example, you need to work at 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Philippine time because your client is American or European. For Australian clients, you work usually uh, similar to Philippine time, but a bit earlier, like 6 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. But there are also VA tasks where you don't need to be online in a specific time, but they will ask to see your screen. That's why it's very important also that you don't open your personal social media accounts or whatever you're doing online when you're working, because they will have the screenshots of what you're doing. So they will know exactly if you're doing your job or not. Yeah, they use some apps to do that. We'll discuss more about that later, like the Time Doctor. Okay. Um, so it's actually different. There are different clients with different needs. Tech savviness. So at least you'd be comfortable using several software and online tools. There are several software that you are going to use or online tools. As I mentioned before, um, there are tools that you need. Uh, let's say Skype. It's a very common tool to use, but some don't use that one. But that's just one for communication. Okay, and but there are many other tools, and some of them are quite complicated. So that's why you also need to do that. Problem solving. VAs need to be resourceful and able to find solutions to challenges. Yes, especially there are clients who can be very demanding. So you need to know how to be resourceful, and of course, adaptability. You need to be flexible and adaptable to changing client needs and priorities, because sometimes you will work for a company where they will give you multiple clients. So you need to be flexible and adaptable, because your client number 1 will be totally different with your client number 2. So you need to know how to adapt to their demands and needs. So to become a successful VA, you'll need to master a few essential skills. So it's not just like you can just directly apply without having any skills at all. So these are like your superhero training. So you'll need to be a great communicator. able to understand and explain things clearly. You'll also need to be organized so you can keep track of all your tasks and deadlines. And again, as I mentioned earlier, time management is important too, so you can get everything done on time. And of course, you'll need to be comfortable with technology and able to learn new software quickly. But most importantly, you'll need to be a problem solver who can think on your feet and adapt to new situations. Okay, so these are the must have tools for VAs. That also means that you need to know how to use these tools. So if you're familiar with these tools, that's already great. But if not, then you must learn already how to use these tools. For communication tools, you have Slack, Zoom, and Skype. So you see, VAs use various tools to stay organized, communicate effectively, and manage their work. So the Slack and Zoom or Skype, they help you stay connected with your clients. Okay. For project management tools, you also need to be familiar with how to use Asana, Trello, and Monday.com. So Asana and Trello, they help you track your tasks and deadlines. So yeah, you will yes. So anyway, we will also kind of like discuss this, how to use these types of softwares and tools. We will also have a video. We will also have to like a step to step video on how to use the different tools that we need, because these are really important. The clients will always ask you if you know how to use Harvest, Asana, Trello, Togi, Google Drive, sorry, Toggle or Togi, whatever it is. So it's a time tracking tools. There's also Time Doctor. So they will help you monitor your work hours and productivity. We used to work with Harvest and Time Doctor, and there's another one. I'm not familiar with Toggle for yet. So what they do is when you open your laptop and we when you log in to your client's app or tool that they use to know that you're in for the job right for today. So you have to turn on also your time tracking tools. And um it's like having oh, how do I say this in words? I mean, like, whatever you're doing in your laptop, so they will know if you have opened your personal email, you or if you're just working on Facebook. So you cannot cheat. Okay, you cannot cheat. When it's time for work, it's just work. You just have to be honest. Do your personal social media thing outside work, but not when you're actually working. Also, it's very important to have a good laptop when you work as a VA. Okay, so with that's for the time tracking tools. For cloud storage, so Google Drive and Dropbox, and of course, this is to access your files from anywhere. So if you share your file in Google Drive or Dropbox, your client can access to your files. Yeah, of course, these files are files that your clients need. Your personal files, you don't have to put them in Google Drive or Dropbox. Also, your clients will also share the files that you need for your work or for your tasks to be done. They will also share it with you in Google Drive and Dropbox. Okay, social media management tools. If you are going to be a social media manager or if you're going to be a VA for social media, so these are the tools that you will also need. So they will help you schedule and manage social media posts. Okay, so imagine a superhero. It would need a trusty utility belt with gadgets. So VAs are no different. We VAs have a whole arsenal of tools that will help us stay organized, communicate effectively, and get things done. So these tools will be the VA superpowers. They will allow us to manage projects, track our time, collaborate with clients, and even automate repetitive tasks. You don't need to do them manually. So there are tools or software that can help you to automate. They will help you automate repetitive tasks. So we will also explore that and some of the most essential tools every VA should have in their toolkit. So, again, this is the first video. It's just an introduction of working as a VA, but we'll discuss we'll discuss more about all of the topics that we've discussed here in the other series of the or in other videos or the following video. So, finding your niche. What kind of VA will you be? Okay, so general VA, you need to have all skills because your client will ask you to do different things, a lot of things. For social media VA, you need to have skills in marketing, of course, communication, and creativity. Okay, administrative VA, organization, time management, and attention to detail. Technical VA, problem solving, tech savviness, and troubleshooting. And creative VA, design, writing, and content creation. So, choosing a niche will help you focus your skills and attract specific clients. So, if you want to be a social media VA, you need to develop your skills in communications, marketing, and creativity. In that way, you will have specific clients that you want to have or specific employers. So you have to consider also your strengths, your interests, and experiences when choosing a niche. For example, you're very good at creating reels on your Facebook or creating interesting posts in your X account or Twitter in the past or your Instagram account. So maybe you can be a social media VA. So your strengths and your interests are in there. But let's say you've worked in the office before and you know administrative tasks and that's also your interests, then yeah, your experiences, your interests, and your strengths will help you choose your niche. So you can always also expand your niche later as you gain more experience and skills. That's why it's also very important to learn new skills every now and then. So if yeah, so you can expand your niche. Okay, so from administrative VA, you can work as a general VA. So it's like a superhero specializing in different powers. So VAs can specialize in different areas. Are you a social media guru who loves creating engaging posts, or are you a oriented organizer who loves and keeping things in order? Or are you an IT graduate or a tech whiz who can troubleshoot any problem? Or like me, okay, I love designing and writing. So if you're a creative genius who loves designing and writing, so you can also be you can be a creative VA. So finding your niche will help you stand out from the crowd and attract clients who need your specific skills. Okay, so if you want to build your VA business, first step is you have to identify your skills and niche. That's the first thing. What are your skills and what are your interests? So you would, for example, again for me, I would be on the creative VA. I am on the creative category. So that's where and how I identify my skills, and that's also my niche. And then you set up your business. Now, in setting up a business, we don't need to spend money like creating a website. But if you can afford to create a website, that would be better. But we can just create an online portfolio for you, and we will do that also. That would be part of the training. But you have to be patient because we cannot learn everything overnight. So we have to be patient for this series of trainings. Okay, and then of course we can find your first clients and then deliver excellent services and of course get referrals. Outstanding VAs or VAs that are popular, they have referrals. So if they worked well with this particular client, your client or their clients will inform their other people in their circle who would also need a VA, they would recommend you, like, oh, Maria, she's really very good. She's my VA, so she can help you with your problem too, etc., etc. So that's referrals. And of course, you grow your business and expand your offering. So building a successful VA business takes time, effort, and dedication. So you have to identify first, again, your skills before you choose your niche. And then you can set up your business and start marketing your services. So you need to focus. Don't focus on the money. You focus on delivering excellent service and building strong relationships with your clients. So by then, as you gain experience and build your reputation, you can also slowly grow your business. So, becoming a VA isn't just about having the right skills, it's about building a successful business. Think of it like think of it like climbing a ladder. So, you start at the bottom, figuring out what you're good at and who you want to work with. Then you take steps to set up your business, find clients, and deliver amazing services. As you climb higher, you'll gain experience, build your reputation, and eventually reach the top where you can turn your side hustle into a full time gig. So, why VA is a super career? So, we have here, you can read on the slide. The demand for VA is growing rapidly as more businesses embrace remote work. And being a VA offers flexibility, autonomy, and the ability to work from anywhere. And you can set your own hours, choose your clients, and build a career that fits your lifestyle. As a VA, you'll always be learning new skills and staying ahead of the curve in the digital world. So, virtual assistant is more than just a job, it's the future of work. As more businesses embrace remote work and online collaboration, the demand for skilled VAs is skyrocketing. So it's really growing very fast. So this is your chance to be part of something big and exciting. As a VA, you'll have the freedom to work from anywhere, set your own hours, and choose the clients you want to work with. You'll also be constantly learning and growing as you adapt to the ever changing digital landscape. So the future is bright for virtual assistant and it's waiting for you. So we're almost at the end of the first video. Again, this is a series of video. This is not just the end because I'm going to train you. This is an intensive training. So I'm going to train you more about this because I don't want to let you apply for a job as VA without just a little knowledge, just the basic knowledge of VA. Because to we want to we want to help you look for the best clients online. Okay, so thank you for completing the first video on VA training. You now have at least the basic knowledge and tools to start your journey as a virtual assistant. So remember, the most important thing is to believe in yourself and your abilities. So get out there and make your mark in the world. So, yeah, remember you have the power to make a real difference in the lives of others. Use your skills, your creativity and your passion to help businesses thrive and achieve their goals. The world is your oyster. Go out there and make it your own. Okay, so this video is on YouTube, so it's going to be open for public. But for those who paid for this training, this is your homework or assignment before we give you the second video. Write an essay and tell me what type of VA would you want to be and why. Tell me about your skills and interests and your experiences. What do you expect? Also include what do you expect from this training and why did you join this training? Again, this is for the paid um, for the participants who paid for the training, and for also it's part of the package that you purchased. It's part of the package that we will also help you look for clients. We will build your portfolio. We will help you build your portfolio and your social media accounts, because you need to be very visible online. You need to be visible online, especially on LinkedIn. So we will help you with that. We will help you build your online presence and, of course, your online portfolio. So, again, for those participants who paid for this training, this will be your assignment. It will be part of your homework, and we need you to do this. Write again what type of, write, I'm sorry, again, I'm going to say it to you. Write what type of VA would you want to be and why? What are your skills and your interests and your experiences? What are your expectations from this training, and why did you participate? Why did you join this training? So again, this is Honey Reyes, and thank you for watching the first video.